guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my new channel, Northern Tracks. I'll be taking you along with me on future ride outs, tours and motor camping. There'll even be some wild camping along the way. Later in the year I'll be taking a biker down first aid course and some advanced rider training. You'll be more than welcome to join me. In May I'll be taking a tour of Scotland, including the North Coast 500, and this video was a test for my Drift Ghost XL Pro camera and a recce run for the first leg of our trip, from Leeds to our planned overnight stop in Peebles. I've never done any filming before and have no experience of using editing software, so it's been a very steep learning curve. As you can see from the video, I've had real problems with audio and the microphone not picking up any sound, hence I've had to use a voiceover for the whole video. I am working on this and I've seen a few videos of how to try and create good quality audio. It's just a quick 10-minute taste of what I'll be getting up to, with much better things to come. Hope you enjoy it and I will see you soon. Here's the route I followed. I left Leeds on the A1, I'm heading north, following that all the way through up until Corbridge, and then heading on the A68, heading all the way up until we get to Melrose, and then taking the A72 inland from Melrose through to Peebles itself. The hotel we're staying at is on the first night is the Green Tree, which will let us, we're literally right on the junction for heading up on the road to Edinburgh the morning after for the next leg, which is a huge one. Hello again, thank you for joining me on my maiden YouTube trip. As you can see, it's a perfect morning for a ride. The sun's shining, the skies are blue and even the roads are dry. It is however fairly chilly, about 7 degrees, so I've got the heated grips on full and my heated jacket switched on. Yes, I'm yet another BMW GS riding motovlogger. This is the second BMW I've had and I've owned it for around about 18 months now, and I think I've put on about 12,000 miles on it over that time. It's the 1200 version and not the new 1250. In all honesty, I've never felt I needed more power, and that's really the only advantage of the new model against this one. In my eye, it's not really worth the £7,000 plus I'd need to shell out to upgrade. There is a reason why these bikes are so popular. They are comfortable, quick and handle far better than any bike this size and weight should do. That said, it does bring me onto the downside of the bike, which is exactly that. It's the height and the weight, and they're a big old lump. I'm 5'9" on a good day and about 13 stone, and I go to the gym regularly, so I'm not exactly a weakling, but just occasionally the height and the weight catches me out. I've almost dropped it once or twice when it's been fully loaded and on the side stand if the road camber is a little bit steep. Hello again, you join me now on the A1. I'm just about to exit onto the A68 at Corbridge. It's been a very long, boring stretch up the A1. I think I've done about 80 miles up the A1. I was initially going to continue to junction 77 and take the A696 through Otterburn to join up the A68 later on, but just could not face another 30 more miles of A1 boredom. The A68 is quite a nice flowing road passing through County Durham and Northumberland. They're both very rural counties with plenty of woodland and moorland areas thrown in. I imagine it'd be quite bleak up here in the winter in some of these villages high up in the moors. Some sections of the A68 are like this one, where it's a straight road as far as the eye can see, but there's a lot of undulations and altitude changes, so you get a lot of blind crests and nervous drivers like this Audi driver who keeps braking every single time there's a slight crest in the road. Needless to say, I didn't spend much time behind him and got out of the way and in front of him as soon as I could. As you can tell, I've had to create a voiceover for this film. I'd initially tried to record the ride using my helmet, camera and a microphone. However, when I got back home I realised that the quality of the audio from the microphone was absolutely terrible and completely unusable. You couldn't actually hear me speaking over the wind noise. I had a few issues with the Drift Ghost camera throughout the trip. It for some reason just kept switching off and stopping recording, so every now and again you'll maybe catch me a glimpse in my mirror just to see if I can see the red light and make sure that the camera's actually recording and doing its job. Anyone under the age of 40 won't have a clue what I'm talking about, but does anyone remember the Fall Guy from the 80s? We're in the middle of the Northumberland National Park now, and the landscape is beautiful. As you get closer and closer to the border, the landscape just gets wilder. I should have called into the last cafe before the Scottish border, because at this point I was getting cold despite the heated jacket and grips, and it also looked like the weather was closing in on me and worsening the further north I got. I might as well tell you a little bit about myself while you watch me enjoying this stretch of the A68. I've been motorcycling for about 25 years now and owned a variety of bikes, mostly sports bikes, but in latter years I've realised that I want something a bit more comfortable to do more mileage on. It's difficult to go touring on a sports bike. It is possible, as people have proved, but it's not something that I would take much enjoyment from. 2 years ago I suffered a major stroke, and the odds for my survival weren't great, and if I did survive, the surgeons thought it likely that I would be severely disabled. I'm incredibly lucky that the stroke team and surgeons at Leeds General Infirmary managed to remove the blood clot, and I've made an almost total recovery. I made a decision at the time to continue living my life as normally as possible, and biking was and is a passion of mine, and I intended to continue doing it. It's good for my soul, it replenishes my energy, and is a great way of releasing stress and getting away from all the usual pressures of work and normal life. No motorcycle ride would be complete without at least overtaking one caravan. Finally home after a good 8-hour round trip. I hope it's been of some interest, and if you could like and subscribe it, that'd be great, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. See you soon.